like to call to order the Chi-Li Town Board meeting for February 14th, 2024. Whatever your point, please rise and join us for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
God our Father, as we gather for this meeting, we seek your blessings on the tasks before us. Bless our efforts with clear insight, our deliberations with wisdom, our work with clarity and accuracy, and our decisions with impartiality. And on this Valentine's Day, we also pray for increased love and ask you to bless our relationships. May the love and affection we share with each other always come from a sense of care, service, and respect. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCori.
Here.
Councilwoman Spare. Here. Councilman Valerio.
Here.
Councilman Slatter.
Here.
Supervisor Dunn.
Here. Other officials and advisors present. To my far right, Town Clerk Jenny Ignatowski. Also to my right, Deputy Town Supervisor Councilman Michael Slattery. To my far left is Councilor of the Town Jared Hurt. The side table, we have Commissioner of Public Works, Superintendent of Highways David Lindsay, Director of Finance Dan Knapp, our Insurance Counselor Scott Bonwell, and from my office Don Forte. Our stenographer is Sandy Hewitt. In the event of an emergency, if you would please use the exit from the corner of the room. And at this time, anyone with a cell phone, if you'd please either turn it off or set it to vibrate, we'd appreciate it. Under presentations and announcements, all I want to say is Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Other than that,
Love you too.
Well, let's not go that far.
Just kidding, I guess I don't.
Okay, I wasn't going there either.
Sandy, strike that, please.
So,
Don't put that in.
under public hearings, anyone wishing to speak, wishing to be heard, please step to the podium, state your name and address for the record. And this is a continuation and reopening the public hearing for the local law of 2024 for smoke and vape shops in the town of Chi-Li. As I see no one is present in the audience here, I'm going to assume there is no further discussion. Is there anything from the town board before we move on?
Supervisor, actually, real quick question in regards to how many AUO districts are there?
There are none currently.
There are none. And then there's, I believe, 3 smoke shops currently in the town of Chi-Li?
That's correct.
And
That we're aware of.
that we're aware of. And that in looking at the area that they can be, proximity to schools, daycare, and so forth, are they going to be grandfathered in, the existing ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there is at the very last part of the local law, you'll see that there is that was issued, and you should have gotten a copy of that.
I got it. It's a question that I know the answer.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, they do have to come in and do a non-conforming certificate, so there'll be some things that'll have to be filled out through the building department.
Right.
But
Yeah.
It's hard to close something up that's already existing.
But then they have to come, I think it's 3 years that they have to reapply.
I don't believe that was.
What was the 3 years? What did I read it for the 3 years? Or was that the other one?
I don't know.
I don't see the
I don't
3
see
years.
it in here, Michael.
No, it could have been the other one.
Your special use permit.
Special use permit. That's
a 3-year period.
the 3-year period. Right. Right. So it is in there.
Not as to the current existing ones.
Right.
So if you were to get approval for a new one and have a special use permit issued, then that's subject to 3 years.
The 3 years. Yeah, because it was one kind was grandfathered. In under penalties, when you talk about the violation and the owner, it says the violation of this article constitutes an offense, and the owner, person, or shop violating this article shall be subject to the fine. Is the owner the property owner, or is it the business owner?
Could be both.
Could be both.
Oh.
Yeah, property, correct me if I'm wrong, counsel, but I believe property owners have some responsibility over the tenants in which occupy their buildings.
And that's what we.
You could probably go after both.
Right.
Yeah, it's a property maintenance code is what it's under, so
Right.
you would hold the owner responsible, but the tenant himself or herself also could be held responsible.
Okay, should we clarify that in here, or do we think owner's fine? Yeah, well, I figured you'd be good with that. And then two, it says the $500 per day day the violation exists. So is it from the exist of when they originally opened, or is when it was brought to the town?
When the violation was when a violation was issued. So if the code enforcement officer, New York State Police, Monroe County Sheriffs,
Who made
a
me?
violation of that code, it's from that day forward.
From that day, and not from when they opened?
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, just, a little clarification. So, but,
I had a good mentor.
oh, who helped you? So that's all I have, but thank you.
Anybody else?
So, just to clarify, for my own opinion, will our code enforcement department be going around to all the places that are currently selling paraphernalia or is there a different agency?
The code enforcement officers will be doing their due diligence to enforce this code.
Okay. Thank you.
And there's a reason why that, when you look at like a Wegmans and or a grocery store where they could sell cigarettes and so forth, why they don't do it any longer. So,
They some of those places backed out a long time ago.
Right, exactly.
For reasons, but.
Right.
Okay.
But generally, people are looking at the income revenue that they would make, and so that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Then I will close the public hearing and move on to the public forum. Anyone wishing to speak at the public forum, please step forward, state your name and address for the record, and you shall be heard. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Well, welcome.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Under matters of the supervisor, I just want to, there's a resolution on here to be considered by the town board this evening to reject the bids for the Veterans Memorial. And I'd like to give you a little bit more background on that. It's not that we're scrapping the whole Veterans Memorial idea or the plans for that. The intent, as you'll see in the resolution, is we are going to rebid this out. We're going to change the specification. When we opened the bids late last week, was it, I believe? They were more than double of what we expected the cost to be. And it put it over, way over what we had budgeted. So Adam Cummings and Dave Lindsay took a look at the bids to see what was in there and driving the cost, talked to some of the people who submitted, and we found out that the bollards that were going to have the names of each one of the veterans who were killed in service was half that cost. So we think, unfortunately, that's likely going to have to get scrapped from the proposal because of that cost, and then go back out to bid. So, because we're changing the specification, in all fairness to those who would bid, we need to make sure that everybody gets a fair shot back at the things, which is why we need to go out and rebid. So we really just kind of went through this late last week and early this week after discussion on, is this really where we can spend the money? And as much as we'd like to honor each and every one of those, it equates to almost $250,000.
Can we still put their names on in a different way?
We can discuss that, yes.
Okay.
But I think that's after the fact of this, in this particular bid. I think it's in our best interest to get that nice, very nice memorial built and done. We won't be able to have it for Veterans Day this year. For Memorial Day.
I was hoping we'd
It's just
have
not
it.
going to, because of the
Okay.
timing of when we send out the bids, the time we need to give them,
Okay.
the time we get back, open up and get things going, it's not feasible, likely to have it open by Memorial Day. But again, we are moving forward with the memorial. It would be absent the bollards in this next bid.
But I think the design that we have minus that is a very nice design.
Beautiful.
But it's just that, and that is something, you talk about the name somehow having there, Mary. I think that's something in the future that we could do.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, how we would like to do it, design-wise. There's different options, so.
And we got
Were
time.
were all the bidders notified of the reason of the issue?
I don't know if
They will be pending this.
we have to pass a resolution first to reject it, and then David will notify the bidders of,
So they'll all be notified?
yes. And it's likely, I would guess, David, correct me if I'm wrong, that we send this back out and those same people are going to come back with a different figure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you
So,
hope.
there were 5 of them, I believe?
Six.
6? Yeah, so we had a
Speaking
good,
of boards, I
we had a
would
good group,
expect.
so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, there was, what, over 40 of them?
43, I think we had, but we ordered some extras just to have. We ordered like 48, I think, was part of the spec. So we would have extras if we hopefully don't ever need them, but.
Amen to that.
So
But we still have the previous memorial that we moved from the old
That's still there.
original location. It's still there, so we can
Yeah.
still
We'll
be able to
still-
honor everyone, have
Correct.
ceremonies around that.
Correct, providing that the American Legion, they're not sure yet what they're doing either, so I'll just
Okay.
leave that.
Up
So
in the air.
for their, that's their
If they decide not to
ceremony.
have a parade, we can always.
We don't have no idea what they want to do, so, at this point. Other than that, I don't have anything additional. Matters of the council? How was the Valentine's Day dance? Was it fun? A lot of people?
The gym was absolutely packed.
I'm referring to the father-daughter Valentine's dance.
It's amazing what our community center and our staff, I mean, they were fully staffed. Oh, I mean, I'd say everyone from the rec department was there and more. And there had to be a couple hundred people there. So it's amazing what we can do at our new facility.
Nice.
Great. Your pictures were fantastic. The kids are so cute.
And fun.
My granddaughter loved it.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
brother, or your
Her
son-
son-in-law.
It's all on their mother's side.
Oh,
there-
gosh.
Anything else from the council? All right, we do have the minutes that were approved from the January 17th meeting, and also there's been several reports submitted. Under correspondence, Town Clerk Jenny Ignatowski has received notification from Frederick Cowley, court attendant, that he is resigning or has resigned effective January 27th, 2024. We'll move right along to the agenda. Seeker status for the adoption of local law of 2024 established video conferencing used for public meetings.
Move.
Moved by
Second.
Councilman Slattery, seconded by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 85, adoption of local law of 2024, establishing video conferencing use for public meetings.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Valerio, seconded by Councilman DeCory. I'm just going to say, for the sake of people who may be seeing this, that obviously aren't here, there will be some criteria and rules and guidelines around how this actually works. This just gives us the opportunity in the event that we do need to use it, that this gives us at least an extra tool to be able to do things. But the policies and procedures around this will be drafted by the town board and approved at a future meeting.
Will part of those policies and procedures be a town platform that they'll be using to video conference in? Like, will you use your personal FaceTime, or will you use, like, Zoom set up by the town?
Likely be the town's Zoom account.
Okay.
Yeah, and if the person is, that isn't here in their way, that they have to have their own internet, they have to
Yeah.
have their own, computer and so forth.
That-
So,
Town's not providing everybody with iPads and
No,
laptops
no.
and all those other things. We're not providing all that.
yeah, and
So-
in the law, that was written up by council and assisted with others, but there's the information in there about the person's responsibility and, so.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Passes 5-0. Resolution 86, seeker status for adoption of local law of 2024 for smoke and vape shops. in the
Move.
town of Shiloh.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Slattery, seconded by Councilman Valerio. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Before I present this next resolution, I just want for clarification, typically at the end of, or when we do a public hearing, we do not pass it or move a resolution. However, we did hold a public hearing previously. There were no comments at that public hearing. There was no comments at this evening's public hearing. So with that, I will present Resolution 87, adoption of local law of 2024 for smoke and vape shops in the town of Charli.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Councilman DeCory, seconded by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunning?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 88, Conservation Board.
Move.
Moved by Councilman DeCory, second by Councilman Valerio. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 89, ARPA SLFRF funds, Veterans Memorial.
Moved.
Moved by Councilman Slattery,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 90, tree planting policy. Moved by Councilman Valero, seconded by Councilman DeCory. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 91, Clifton Fire Department active list.
Supervisor, I'll move Resolution 91 as well as 92, Child Life Fire Department active list, 93, Child Life Fire Department removed from active list, and 94, Child Life Fire Department exempt list.
Second.
Resolutions 91, 92, 93, and 94 were moved by Councilman Slattery, seconded by Councilman Valerio. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 95, 2024 budget amendment.
Moved.
Moved by Councilman Slattery, seconded by Councilman Valerio. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Now on to rebuilding the highway department. Number 90, Resolution 96, purchase of small diameter pipe camera.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Valerio, seconded by Councilman Slattery. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 97, purchase of loader for highway. Moved by Councilwoman Spare.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Slattery. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 98, purchase of tractor.
Supervisor, I'll move Resolution 98 as well as 99, purchase of a mower for highway, 100, purchase of a skid steer.
Second.
Resolutions 98, 99, and 100 were moved by Councilman Slattery, seconded by Councilman DeCory. Questions or comments?
That's why our highway department is so efficient, and they also do a great job maintaining the older equipment that we have for the longevity. So,
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 101, Veterans Memorial at Community Center, public bid.
moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Slattery, seconded by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 102, February 7th, 2024, abstract 2023 payables. Moved by Councilman Valerio,
Second.
seconded by Councilwoman Spare. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. Resolution 103, February 7th, 2024, abstract 2024 payables. Moved by Councilman DeCory,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Slattery. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Councilman DeCory?
Aye.
Councilwoman Spare?
Aye.
Councilman Valerio?
Aye.
Councilman Slattery?
Aye.
Supervisor Dunn?
Aye, passes 5-0. The next meeting of the Chi-Li Town Board will be March 13th. This meeting is adjourned.
Happy Valentine's Day, folks.